Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, 10 fucking years. Isn't that exciting? So, yeah, guys, Five Nights at Freddy's has been a big indie horror game and mascot horror game as well. From the release on August 8th of 2014, and then making a lot of teasers on Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on scottgames.com when it then released in November 5th, I think, or yeah, no, it was I think it was the 18th. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's when Five Nights at Freddy's 2 released. And then months later, now there was a controversial like fan made release of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which Scott did not approve. Which Scott then releasing teasers of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 on scottgames.com. Of course, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was the first troll for a thing, like when he said that it was canceled due to it being hacked until he released the hacked edition on Game Jolt, which was a troll game of there was no pause button with a Freddy head. Like, it was so fucking hilarious. But then Scott did release two more teasers of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 on scottgames.com and then released it on March 2nd of 2015. Yeah. As then we've gone Five Nights at Freddy's 4 with a couple of teasers. So Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was originally supposed to release on Halloween of 2015, but then released on August 23rd of 2015. Then yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was then the last game for a while, and then with the thank you for playing and until there was this fun RPG type game called FNAF World. I don't really care about that. Plus, like I said, Five Nights at Freddy's World, it didn't really do well, and it received a lot of hate, and it made Scott feel bad. So he had to release FNAF World on Game Jolt to make some sort of better quality. I mean, I haven't seen much gameplay of FNAF World, but you know, then Scott was teasing this new project with these lines on scottgames.com and with the letters put in, which was Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. So yeah, we got a couple of teasers, yeah, in the trailer. Now, I know Scott was trolling us on Sister Location that he wanted to delay the game due to it being dark and wanting to do something kid friendly, then realizing that he shouldn't do something kid friendly. So when he released the mature edition of Sister Location on Game Jolt, it was Sin Survive with a Freddy head. Yeah, but then it did release on October 7th of 2016, then did a custom night months later. And I know FNAF, there was a tease about Five Nights at Freddy's 6 on FNAFworld.com. Yeah, with the baby's eyes showing. And Scott said he that was canceled because about wanting to make remake Foxy Fighters and a Tycoon game, and yeah. So yeah. So Scott then made this game called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. So he didn't only cancel Five Nights at Freddy's 6, but wanted to delay it, like put it on hold. So when Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator released on December 4th of 2017, with the couple of glitches that happened, Five Nights at Freddy's 6 was added on there for a damn surprise. Like, I think that one was really good. And then we've got an Ultimate Custom Night, which was originally supposed to be add to Pizzeria Simulator, but then didn't when it released on 28th of June for 2018. And I know Scott made a troll game for the demo, which was Doofus, one of Scott's first projects. But then of course, basically facing off the FNAF animatronics. I know Scott has made a lot of religious type works of games before making Finest Phrase, but they weren't really popular back then. Even with a lot of games like Desolate Hope and Chipper and Friends, like, yeah. Anywho, so Scott, before the games, like I know we've gotten a lot of novels, even some animations and songs by like the Living Tombstone and Triad Ninja, JT Music, and DA Games, and a few other YouTubers in the nerdcore fandom. And then we've gone Five Nights at Freddy's fan games like One Night at Flumpty's, Five Nights of Wario's, Five Nights Candies, and then Jolly and Pop Goes, Joy of Creation, Those Nights Rachel's, the Five Nights Treasure Islands, Krusty Krabs, and Chum Bucket, and yeah, we've got a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, even like Fuck Boys, even Day Shift to Freddy's. Yeah, those are all good games. But yeah, spare me for a second. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure of something. But anyway, so we've got a lot of novels like the Silver Eyes trilogy and the Fazbear Frights trilogy, even graphic novels. Then, of course, Scott then, so yeah, had so Steelwall, of course, which Scott hired to develop Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted, along with Lumix doing the special delivery AR, which is like a FNAF version of Pokemon Go, but the AR game hasn't been really received well, I think. Yeah, especially when it was abandoned and died off. And with Scott teasing a project that Steelwool was doing for Five Nights at Freddy's, which was Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach on ScottGames.com, which was originally supposed to release in 2020, but then ended up releasing in 2021 and on December 12th or 4th, I think. Well, it was 12th mostly of 2021. But of course, in 2020, oh yeah, in 2019, there was new mobile releases of the Five Nights at Freddy's games as well, and there was also the console releases as well for Five Nights at Freddy's. Like that was really cool. Then in 2020, Scott announced this thing where we can play Five Nights at Freddy's fan games on console and mobile devices called the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative with which included Five Nights at Candies, the remaster, updates of 2 and 3, and Five Nights at Candies 4, Pop Goes Evergreen, along with Arcade, and yeah, the 2020 edition, as well as My Pop Goes and Long Pop Goes. And then, of course, The Joy of Creation, the remake, and One Night Flumpty's updates of 1 and 2 and 3. That yes, yeah, there was a One Night Flumpty's 3 which then released in 2021, but then of course consoles, plushies and stuff we know are either scrapped or put on the shelf, while due to with the controversies around Jonachrome, Then there was Five Nights at Freddy's Plus for the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative after he took down the game that Viznam made called Five Nights at Freddy's Open Source. Yeah, Scott took it down. So Five Nights at Freddy's Plus was tucked in, for some better approval. Now I know Five Nights at Freddy's Plus was already canceled. Yeah, but again, we don't need to leave it in the dust though. Yeah, I know for the bigger controversy around Scott in 2021 that tended to occur was, well, when he got exposed for his political beliefs, when he donated to the Republican Party. But we don't really need to talk about politics, and this is something not to talk about as well. And, uh, and of course, when he donated to the anti-gayness, but yeah, Scott kind of retired from Five Nights at Freddy's or game development, precise to be precise. But all in all, I think he's still working in the background. But yeah, we did get security breached, but there was a mixture where a lot of people liked it and a lot of people didn't. Then there was the Ruin DLC in 2023, which received a lot of positivity. Then we've gotten the VR Help Wanted 2 game in 2023, and yeah, we got a lot of new stuff. Then we did get the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which originally started development in 2015, which was originally going to be in the works with Warner Brothers. Then, after development hell, the project was handed over to Blumhouse. So the movie got worked on by Universal and Blumhouse, and is going to be releasing, and it then released on October 27th of 2023, and with a sequel already in the works, which is set to release in December 5th of 2015. I mean 2025. I don't know why I've said 2015, but 2015 was a good year back then. So yeah, at least they shared some history for Five Nights at Freddy's. But I don't know if there are any things that I've missed, but you'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Other things. So, so how did I get into Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, when Five Nights at Freddy's 1 first released, I didn't know what it was. I haven't known much. I haven't known about Five Nights at Freddy's until when I was in fifth grade. I heard a lot of people talk about it when I was in fifth grade, and I wanted to see what it's like. So I looked it up on Google to see what it's like. Yeah, and then learning that it was a horror game, and then seeing some Minecraft. Yeah. So when I had my friend come over to my house, I watched him play Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on his tablet and a little bit of 3, and I saw how scary that was, but still, I did have an obsession on Five Nights at Freddy's and I got addicted to it. So yeah, later on, I did attempt to watch gameplay of the first Five Nights at Freddy's, as well as Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's 3, even hearing the songs and watching the animations. And I watched a little bit of gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's 4 when it first released. Still, I've gone into Five Nights at Freddy's, so I was first into Five Nights at Freddy's in 2015, and I continued to follow along with some Scott game teasers for upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's games. Yes, even got into the fan games. And yeah, there's how I got into Five Nights at Freddy's. I think this is all due for a 10-year anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's that I can do for a video. But yes, I do enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's. I genuinely do enjoy the lore and stuff and everything. I do adore the game series. I always have and I always will. Even other indie games. But sometimes I got diverse into other things as well, but yeah, I still enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's no matter what, and I will see the sequel one day next year. But if you guys liked what you saw, make sure you click like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and join my Discord fan server and follow me on Instagram. The links will be in the description down below, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.